Alright, what's your name?
Ruth Bost.
Miss Ruth, how old are you?
90 something. 94, I think. 93.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. 93. Beautiful.
I know. But someday up, up there, but I forgot. Thank the Lord He gave me those days, these days to be here to see my boys. Brandon, Apple's boy, he got a baby. He got, what's his name now?
Jacob, the baby.
Got 2 boys.
So
3.
Brandon is your grandson? And he
It's
has
Alpha's son.
Alpha's son?
How
3
many?
boys.
Brandon got 3 boys. Yeah. He got all boys. Ain't that something?
Yes, ma'am. 3 grandsons? 3 great grandsons. 3 great grandsons.
And
Wonderful.
that one, he talked you to death.
Where did he get that from?
I don't know, but he called me this morning, Brandon did,
Oh.
and let him talk, and he talked, and all he talked. How old is he, Alpha?
He's 2. 2 and a half, I think. Well, we had 3. Yeah, he's 3.
I don't know.
Big in the house.
The grandson.
He,
The grandson.
oh, he just talking.
Okay.
FaceTime.
Oh, yeah. Isn't FaceTime beautiful? You love to see your grandchildren on the phone on FaceTime?
Yeah, I talked to them. I talked to them children, and them other grown ones, honey, they going on about their business.
Miss Ruth, what area did you grow up in?
Down there in that bottom,
In the bottom. Where is the bottom?
you go straight out here, and when you get to our street, you cross that street and go out there, and you're in the bottom.
You're in the bottom. Here in Concord. In the bottom.
Yeah, that's where I'm born and raised
And you raise your children here as well?
as well. I started raising them in the bottom, and we this house came up, and we Eddie and us bought it, so that they would have a place to stay, and all.
Okay.
Then he left me.
And I heard you mention Eddie.
I know.
Is Eddie your husband?
Yeah, I miss him too.
So that's your husband, James Edward Barrier?
Yeah.
You told me that you had 3 sons. Out of your 3 sons, which one looks the most like Mr. Eddie?
Which one was
Which
what?
one of your sons looks the most like their dad? Like Mr. Eddie? Does Alfred look like his dad?
Alfred, you think so? I never did pay no attention. We were so busy trying to raise them.
Yeah, Burns look more like that side.
A handsome man he is, though. Handsome.
Leagacy James.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I hated I lost him.
I know, I can
And
imagine.
he was my only help. After his daddy left, he was the only help I had. And Lord, I know it's thing to be done, but the Lord took him
Children
to
by
by
yourself.
myself
By
and
yourself.
work and come home, cook, wash, iron, and go back the next morning.
So you did it all.
Oh yeah, I had to do it.
What job did you work through the years? Do you remember what jobs you held?
Oh, I did work like, what you call it? When you work in the house.
Domestic work?
Yes.
You did domestic work? I heard you tell me something about a store.
Oh yeah, we had a store back there. After that building back there,
Oh, no, it's gone now, the building.
Years you ran the store.
Uh-huh.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I sure did. And my cousin's boy, whenever Willie Mae,
Yes, ma'am.
Chris, you know him, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chris would tell Willie Mae a tale, said he was sick and he couldn't go to school. That's to go with me to the grocery store. I mean to, you know, not the grocery store.
But to buy stuff for the store.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He just loved being with you. He enjoyed
Yeah,
that time.
he did.
That was all by himself.
Uh-huh. He was down here by himself, out there playing.
And your kids would be in school, and here he is following along behind you.
Uh-huh.
That's something else. That's something
I
else.
haven't seen him in a long time.
But he still look about the same.
He looks the same.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Lord.
Remember your mother and your father when you
Yes,
were
I
little?
do.
Tell me
I
something.
remember my mother, not my father, because he left when me and Emily was babies and went to live with another woman, and he stayed there a while. Oh, I guess I was about 5 or 6, and he left and went up the road, and he died, and he stayed up there, and him and his family.
Okay. Do you remember your mom? Do you remember what her name?
That was my help.
Do you remember what her name was?
Estoria, Estoria.
Astoria.
Estoria. Yeah.
And she took care of you all.
Huh?
So she took care of you all, and you learned.
Oh yeah, she sure did.
You learned a lot from mom.
Oh yeah. Sure did.
Did you have any sisters or brothers?
I had one sister. The others was half Ruth's chaps.
Yes, ma'am.
But my sister's name Emma Lou.
Okay. Emma Lou.
Emma Lou Stark.
All right.
You know Emma Lou, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. My kid's grandmother.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes, my grandmother.
All right.
One
All
sister.
right. So you have a sister named Miss Emma Lou.
Yeah.
Does she live around here?
Up here on the street, next street, you go up here and you go down, and that street you go out. What's the name of that street, Alpha?
So,
I know.
Salem Street.
Yes.
Salem Street.
Is it Salem, Wham?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know it was something. I know you grew up that street.
So you have one sister that lives nearby.
The only one I got.
Only one. I understand how that is. I have one sister as well, and she's my heart. So do you remember anything that you all used to do together when you were young, you and Miss Emma?
We did, at school we did different things, but I ain't telling you what it is.
Yeah, you can't tell us all your secrets, can you?
No. So I used to beat to death.
Do you get to talk to Miss Emma sometimes?
Oh yeah, I talked to her on the phone.
We're good.
She's still living. She lives up on Salem Street.
All right, all right.
Right up there, and go there, and go there, and go there.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the way you go. Didn't you, Alpha?
Yes, ma'am.
And was she the oldest child?
Yeah.
She was your oldest child, and she passed away.
Uh-huh.
And then who are your other children? You have Shirley,
Well,
James.
tell her because I
James.
can get them.
James.
How they came in. Oh, James Edward.
James Edwards. Who else do you have? We've got Berman. Do you remember anything about Berman?
No, he was the only thing I can remember about Burma. He was my only help, and he stayed here with me.
Okay.
He didn't leave me.
Okay.
The Lord took him.
Good dedicated son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you have
Millicent.
Millicent.
Oh. That one.
What can you tell us about Millicent? You remember? Is your other daughter, and
Yeah.
you say she's bossy,
Oh yes, Lord, have mercy to you.
but you like that, don't you?
Cause I get so told. You don't get too far with me.
Well, you know she loves you, right?
There she is. There she is.
Say what? You want me what?
So she's telling us about her children, and she says that she's told me about Shirley and Berman, and she mentioned you. Did you hear all the beautiful things she said about you? How much you cared about her?
No, I didn't hear that, huh?
Okay.
No, I know she didn't say that.
So who else do we got?
Yes, it really is.
It's about love.
Mhm.
What else about Millicent? She's here with you every day?
No, not every day, but when she get chance, see, she works 2 jobs, and she comes when she can.
Okay.
But she
Yeah, I
try
be
to
there about
get
5 days, yeah.
She
5
try to get
afternoons out of the
She
7s.
in Kannapolis, don't she?
Mm-hmm, in Kannapolis.
She's a sweet daughter though, isn't she? James Edward. Okay, named after daddy?
Huh?
Is he named after his father? Okay. What can you tell me about him, James Edward?
He's a nice person, and he taught school and stuff.
Okay, school teacher? All right. And was he in the Air Force or with?
Oh yeah, he was in the Air Force.
Okay.
I don't know how long he was in there. How long he was in the Air Force?
22, 21,
Apple William.
21, say 21 years.
So he was in there about 22 years?
Yeah, he was in there. He was in there a long time.
Did you ever worry about him when he was in the Air Force?
Not really.
Okay. You thought he was being taken well care of, he was strong, and that God had him, and he would be all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. I tried to bring him up in church. Because I'd get him all dressed up and get him church.
Okay, I understand that. My mother and father had 5 kids, and I remember my mother would get some of us dressed for church and say, "Don't move," and then she'd go do the rest of them, and those few had to sit still until it was time to go.
Honey, mine know too. Because I'd be done going over there and hit him.
Okay, so let's see, and also who do we have next? We have Alfred. What can you tell me about Alfred?
Where is that boy?
There he is.
Alfred. What else can you tell me about Alfred?
I can tell about he was in service in the airport.
Yes, ma'am.
I see that hat he has on. It says retired Air Force.
Yeah.
So you got some hard-working children. They were in service and and teachers.
They worked. I saw that they worked, and I saw that when they come home, they come out there. They better not leave. They better stay right there till I got here. And then, if they come and say, "Mama, can I go play?" I said, "It's 5 of you. Go out there and take your pick." That's what I tell them.
Okay.
I raised them by, it's right here.
Right. So is there anything else you want to share about Alfred?
He's a pretty good fella. Oh Lord, he works hard. All of my kids work hard though. And try to, keep their families together.
Okay. All right. Good son, Alfred.
And then they come down here. That's right.
So Valerie comes by every now and then. Valerie does come by with her husband.
Right.
What is his name?
He used to come a lot, but now he's just working a lot.
Okay.
Michael.
No, Dread.
Oh yeah. He lives in Charlotte. though.
Yeah, he been working doing different stuff now, so.
Oh yeah, he helps to build houses, but he helps to keep them built up. But then something happened to him here, they had to call him, and he'll go and fix it up for him.
And that's Valerie's husband,
Val's
Dread.
husband,
Yeah, he
Dread.
does painting too, Mom, you know.
What can you remember anything about Valerie? Is she just as sweet as Miss Millicent?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she really likes Val.
She lives in
You know that you have some grandchildren.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Alfred has a son named Brandon
And daughter.
and a daughter.
What's her name?
Janesha.
Oh, Janesha. Oh, yeah. I done forgot the name.
That's okay. You have a right to be forgetful a little bit, man. If I make it to your age and I just forget a little bit, then I'm gonna be just thanking God for that blessing to be able to at least know who they are in my head. You're doing fine.
Well, I know them when I see them.
Right.
You know,
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
their name.
Brandon, Janesha, and AJ.
Them your chops wasn't there.
Al.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your chops.
You know, that's what our parents, that's what they used to refer to us often as chaps, and it's all good. We know that it's all about, what's my word? Love. It's all about love.
When I come home, they'd all be in, we didn't have nothing in that room back there. They'd be all back there playing.
And you love seeing that?
And I didn't allow them to go to people's house.
My mother was the same way.
I had to keep on him where I know what they're doing and all. They got it was a park down there. I didn't even let them go to the park.
Was it Echo Park at the time?
It's out that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Echo Park.
Echo Park.
Which is Caldwell now?
Cowell Park, yeah.
Kids used to hang out in that park a lot, didn't they?
Sure did.
Grandchildren. So Millicent has grandchildren. How many grandkids?
How many grandkids you got?
How many children does Millicent
One.
have?
2?
She has
I
one.
have one grandson, and my daughter Stephanie. She has one son named Antoine, and that's my only grandson.
So your daughter Millicent has a daughter named Stephanie,
Yeah.
and Stephanie has a son named Antoine.
Antoine, yeah.
Antoine would be your great grandchild.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's see, who else did we have? Does Valerie have any children?
What's Val's kid's name?
And Shayla.
Felicia and Shayla.
I don't see them enough to know the names.
Yeah, they don't come over
But they
right
live
now.
in Charlotte.
Okay. So then we have, how many children does he have?
Oh, Lord, shoot.
How many children? 2?
Man, you see.
He has
How many?
James Edwards.
Janesha. I mean, what's her name? She was just here the other day.
James Edward, named after his dad.
Yeah.
He has 2 twins,
Yeah.
Dennis and Douglas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
He
I
has
don't see them.
one named CJ. And
CJ.
he was just here from
Look, man.
we call him Little
His
Man.
name James.
His name is James.
Little man, oh Lord, little man, oh.
So your husband has several namesakes throughout the family. So James Edward, your son, named his son James Edward as well. Right?
Yeah, right.
So he kept the name going.
Yeah.
And then there's
All the boys
Jasmine.
have James in their name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord, I don't know.
All of James Edwards' boys have the name James in their name.
Yeah.
So James Edward, your son, named every one of your
that's the
sons
oldest one.
named each of his boys
He
the
was
name
my
James.
oldest boy.
That's your oldest
And
boy.
Jasmine, he has a daughter named Jasmine. He has a daughter named Jasmine.
Jasmine, do you remember Jasmine?
Yeah, I think I do. I don't see him enough.
She was here about 2 days
She
ago.
lives
Yeah.
in Charlotte.
She
Okay.
lives outside of Charlotte by Carowinds on
Okay.
the side down there.
So Shirley, you saying Shirley has 3 kids. Do you remember anything about them?
Not really, 'cause
Okay.
I don't see them.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't come
Very
since the
seldom they
virus.
come
That's
over
right.
here.
That's been a long time since any of them been
They
here.
stay over there with their granddaddy's folks.
What
Yeah,
about
that's-
Berman? Did Berman
that's
have
everybody.
children?
No.
No. This is the year 2021.
Oh yeah.
You've lived 93 years.
Oh yeah, long time in.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Is there anything in your life that you can think of that you like to share with us? Share with your children, share with your grandchildren. Any nugget of advice that you'd like to tell them? Something that they should do, think about, or anything like that?
Not really. Just because I don't get to see them that regular, but they good people, good, and they haven't forgotten how to treat people and talk to people, and I know that much about them.
So you're proud of your children and your grandchildren?
Yes,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am.
Would you like to tell them anything like that? Tell them something. Share that with them.
Oh yeah. Was first I was in my mama belonged to the Baptist church, and we always went to the Baptist church. But soon as mama and my sisters said they was gonna be baptized, I took off to the Lutheran. Hardly whenever that morning they was baptizing, I left there running. I ain't been back until they buried my mama. But I wasn't going under no water. Mm-mm.
But you still believe in God and you've got a
Oh,
close
yeah.
relationship with God. And
Yes, the Lutherans, that's where I went. And they all share God, and you have to go through a class.
Yes, ma'am. Is it anything you'd like to say to Millicent since she's here, and to Alfred since they're here? Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Oh, I'm glad to have them, and glad they helped me out now, because I can't do some of the things that Millicent do and Alfred do, and they helped me to do that, and I'm thankful for that, because they could be in the street and running around and not worrying about what me or they doing.
Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.